There we go. All right, so we are recording. Everybody that's in the class now is legitimately in the class. So.
Oh, we lost one?
Yep. Anyway, the second reason. The first reason is most of you should be able to handle Unit 4. The second reason is some of y'all will come back and take my 103 and my 120. Don't say never, because I see more Math 155 students come back than any other class. A lot of 155 students come back and they want to get another degree and they have to take 120 or 103. That is the first and second unit. Unit 3 is your first and second unit in Math 103 and Math 120. That's another reason I want to spend more time on Unit 3, because you might what? You might see it again. Capiche?
Capiche.
So does everybody understand why I'm doing what I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay. So everybody is on autopilot for Unit 3. That means that we will go over questions, Unit 3, based on what y'all what?
Send them.
After Unit 3. Yeah. Unit 4 after Unit 3. Unit 3 we're going to start today. Did we go over the test? We went over the test.
No, kind of.
Yes or no?
The graphing test?
Yes. Did we go over it?
Kind of. We decided what
Let's
method.
say yes or no. Did we go over it or not?
Technically, yeah.
Okay. So we're going to start with Unit 3 today.
What about the homework questions?
Hey,
I'm going to go over the homework questions today too.
yeah, because isn't it due tonight?
I'm glad y'all sent questions. Y'all send questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I fix it to where y'all send questions.
No, I was confused.
I was confused on you. All right. So everybody make that change. I want y'all, when y'all in spare time on weekends, working on Unit 4. Okay? Now, I'm not expecting to go over the whole unit. When we finish Unit 3, I don't know, we'll have a week left.
He's done.
So that means from here on out, y'all have to work on Unit 4 yourself. Okay? Because I need to know what you know and what you don't know. So I need to, and that's very important, because most of you will know the same sections. There's one section on metric system. There's one little section in there that y'all will be rusty on. There's one section on formulas with temperature that you're going to be rusty on. And there's one section of angles that you're going to be rusty on. That's 30%. The rest of it, you should know. Okay? And I'm serious. If you go in there and look at some of those problems, you'll see what I'm saying. All right. So everybody good? We're going to start Unit 3 next, which is probability and what? Statistics. So I'll probably go over 12 first. 12.1, 12.2, 12.3, and 12.4. And I'll go ahead and tell you this. 12.1 is reading. So those of you, when you finish your test, go ahead and start reading 12.1. Because that's what's going to be first. And then after we finish 12.4, we'll go over 11.1 and 11.2. And I highly suggest that you take good notes during these two sections, during these two chapters, because you're going to see it again if you come back and take 103 and 120. Take good notes. All right, that takes care of that. Here we go with the questions. And there's the questions. So first question, let me make sure there's some kind of order. No, hold on a second. By subject to, by subject, maybe. All right, y'all ready? So 13, 13, 14. So we got two number 13s. Let's see what kind of question we got. Is it a test question? Yes. Okay, somebody tell me what property goes here. Look in your properties. That's the second set of notes. Everybody get your graphing notes out. Your second set of notes. What does it say? That's that second set of handouts, the one that starts with what? What does it start with at the top? It's got green and yellow highlight. Okay, tell me which one of those properties, it says graphing what?
Part 1.
Graphing part 1 rules. Look at that set of handouts and tell me which one of those rules fit this question. I'm waiting.
Is it not? Hello?
Look at the problem. Don't look at the directions. Look at the problem.
Might not be graphing.
Second set of notes. I told you to start with the red and green. I meant the green and don't listen. Which rule fits that problem?
Is the vertical?
X is equal to what?
6.
Of what?
Negative? No,
A
that's
number.
positive. A number.
Everybody look at that. Does everybody see that? Did I write down X is equal to a number? This is X is equal to a what? A number. And that number is what?
8.
So you plot 6. And Miss Woodward said it. What is this line, Miss Woodward?
Undefined.
No, that's the slope. Well,
Oh.
what is this line? You said it a while ago. It starts with a V.
Oh, vertical.
The vertical line.
Vertical.
There it is. Now, how do you plot that? Well, you plot 6. You go over to graph and you plot 6, and then you plot a vertical line. So here we go. I'm going to do it. What kind of line? A straight line. X is equal to 6. Plot another one up there. Simple as that. Could I put one plot down here? Yes. The rule says if X is equal to a number, it's a what line? Y'all know I handed out those, y'all know why I handed out those handouts, right? For y'all to read. Okay? I have a feeling that all these questions are going to be on those handouts. 13 again. All right, I hope it's different. It is. The reason is I'm going to plot 1 on the negative. 2. And I'm going to plot 1 down here. Why am I not going here? Because that's not a what line? That's not vertical. That's not vertical. That's not vertical. That's not vertical.
They said it's not straight. I don't know.
What'd she say?
It's not straight. That's crack me up.
Y'all just ignore her. She's on medicine.
I am.
All right? So that's those 2 questions. Are those test questions? Yes? Next question. 14. Let's see if I got 2 14s. Nope. Next question. If y is equal to a number, what does your handout say?
The horizontal line.
Okay. So plot -5. I thought I went over this. Y is equal to -5. And where is this a horizontal line? Is this a horizontal line?
No. No.
Is that a horizontal line? Is this a horizontal line? So it doesn't matter where you put it, just so long as it's what? Horizontal.
Did check real fast. Because remember we did that one question and then we had to do like,
What is the slope on a horizontal line? Look at your handouts.
This is where we
Look at your handouts.
this is right, because we messed up on the slope
Yeah.
and then we figured it out, but we had already sent the question.
What does the handout say?
Isn't it 0?
Slope is 0.
Thank you.
See, I answered it.
I wanted you to read it off the handout.
Well, I didn't need to read it because
I'm trying to get across a point here. But y'all are not catching it. It's going over your heads. Next. 15. You want to do it a little bit louder next time? All right. Which method?
1.
Method 1. Good. Because it says plotted points. Remember, if you don't use the method that it's asking for, it's going to mark it wrong. I told y'all that several times. So, which points am I going to pick? Is there a fraction? No. -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. 3 parentheses minus 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 2. -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. What's -6 minus 2?
-8.
What's -3 minus 2?
-5.
What's 0 minus 2?
0.
What's the pattern? I'm adding 3. So what's -2 plus 3? What's 1 plus 3? Let's check the last one. What's 3 times 2?
6.
6 minus 2? So it checks. Now you just pick 2 points. I don't care which points you pick. I'm just going to pick 2 points. So, and that's why you got to look at your parentheses here. Look what shows up. Well, you're supposed to. Wait a minute. There. Look up in the top right-hand corner. What shows up in the top right-hand corner? It tells you the points that you're sitting at. So I'm going to pick 0, -2. And I make sure before I click, I make sure that that parenthesis says 0, -2. And then 2 and 4. And I make sure that says 2 and 4, and then I click it. And I save, and then I hit check. Next. This is number 15. Same thing. So I'm going to pick 2 points. I'm just going to do it quickly. What happens if I plug in 0? What am I going to get? What if I plug in 0? Somebody tell me what I'm going to get. -1. All right. What if I plug in 1? What am I going to get? 1. What's 2 minus 1? 2 minus 1 is 1. And that should be your answer. So that's that one. Number 15 again, we just did that one. Number 24. Determine the equation of the line. I told you you would have one of these. This is point slope what? Point slope equation. Your first page of your second handout. All Look, right there. And on the back of the second page. So you're going to need M is equal to delta Y over delta X, which is equal to Y sub 2 minus Y sub 1 over X sub 2 minus X sub 1. And you're going to need Y minus Y sub 1 is equal to M times X minus X sub 1. Now, which points do you think I'm going to pick? I'm going to pick the positives and I'm going to pick the smallest. Why am I going to pick these two? Because anything with 0 in it is the easiest, and anything with positives in the first quadrant is easiest. So here's this point. 0, 6, and 4 what? 4, 3. X of 1, Y sub 1, X of 2, Y sub 2. This is one of the first problems we did in your notes. So what is parentheses minus parentheses over parentheses minus parentheses? 3, 6, and what? Which is equal to negative 3 over 4, and that is your slope. Now I'm going to pick one of my points, which I'm going to pick this one. Why? Because it's got a 0 in it. M is equal to negative 3/4. And my point is 0, 6, and that's going to be X of 1 and Y sub 1. Y minus parentheses is equal to M times X minus parentheses. 0, negative 3/4, and 6. Y minus 6 is equal to negative 3/4 X. And how do you get rid of a negative 6? Take it across the river, and that's your answer. You've got a couple of those in your notes. So, negative, and then I'm going to type in fraction, 3 over 4, and I will tell you that these programs like for you to put the negative in front of the fraction. If you put a negative with the 3 or negative with the 4, it may not take it. It may say it's wrong. So you need to make that note before you take this test. 3/4 X, and then what? Plus 6. I don't like that X. Is that a capital X? Looks like a capital X.
Yeah, to say it was wrong if it's capital. Tried it.
Because in science, a capital letter is different from a lowercase letter. So make sure you don't do that. That's your answer. And that's going to be a test question. Any of those like number 24, that's going to be on there. And delete. 24. 25.
So I don't see my
do that
question.
one. Ma'am?
I sent you a question, but I don't see it.
Okay, well, just give it time. When did you send it?
Well, I sent it a couple days ago, but then I just resent it a few minutes ago because I didn't see it, and it's still not there.
Okay, just give it a few. Let's finish this and we'll look for it. I might have erased it because I don't like you or something.
Well, you know, it's all right.
All right. I want to write down the information. What's this point? 0, 1, good. And what's the second point?
1 to 5.
1, 5. All right, now take those and do your magic. If you can't do it, then we all know what that means. No, I never have called y'all stupid. Never have.
Me, maybe.
No, I call you other names. I heard y'all making fun of me going down the hallway this morning. Thank you.
Maybe this one.
You and your friend.
There we are.
I walked by, said good morning. I was being nice. And then y'all were making fun of me.
I'm gonna answer it.
No, you're not going to
It's on
answer.
speaker.
Why?
Because it says Piedmont. What if this truck having?
Just hit.
Piedmont? There's no campus in Piedmont.
Hello? Hello?
In his home.
Why do they, I hate when people do that.
Hello, George, provide car insurance.
So what were you laughing about?
Me and her were talking about the dude.
Yeah.
And then we said hey to you. And then we continued talking about the dude. Did you want to be in that conversation? Not
No.
everything's about you, Hubert.
Nah,
Jesus.
whatever.
Golly, yeah, it's like a little teenager. This is why you're divorced.
Got that right.
Anyway,
I'm divorced because I couldn't take somebody talking all the time.
you was always talking.
I'm the teacher. I'm supposed to be talking. If I wasn't talking, you'd be complaining. He don't teach us anything. He don't teach us anything. He expects us to learn it all by. He never says anything.
What?
All right. M is equal to parenthesis minus parenthesis over parenthesis minus parenthesis.
5110.
5110, which is equal to 4 over 1, which is equal to 4. This one's a good one because you got a whole number, so you won't whine about it. M is equal to 4, and my point I'm going to use 0, 1, y sub 1, x sub 1, y sub 1, y minus parentheses is equal to parentheses times x minus parentheses. And my 1 goes here, my 0 goes here, my 4 goes here, and I get y is equal to 4x plus what? 4x plus 1. So let's go over and let's see if we got it right.
You have to please y equals.
Y is equal, oops, I don't know why this thing wants to write here. Y is equal to 4x plus 1.
You cannot breathe.
27. For what value of B will the line joining P and Q be parallel to the x-axis? Okay, well, I'm going to draw a picture. You should know how to do this, but I'm going to draw a picture so you can use your critical thinking skills to figure out the answer. Okay, what does this say? Parallel to the what?
X-axis.
Which means,
Horizontal.
okay, so that means no matter what, your y's are going to be the what? Going to be the same. Because horizontal line, y is equal to a what? A number. So this B has to be the same as what?
Y.
That y. So let's check it. -3, -2, and what's my other point going to be? 0 and what?
And negative 2.
-2. Because in order for a horizontal line to be horizontal, the y's have to be what? Y's have to be the same. So let's check it. -3, -2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 0, -2. 1, 2. And it looks like to me that's a horizontal line. Now, what if it said vertical? Then not the y's be equal, but the what? The x's have to be equal. Because x is equal to what? A number. When y is equal to a number, that's another way of saying all my x's, live in text. All my x's are what? Equal. Sorry, y's. Sorry. Okay, I was thinking of the last problem we talked about. Okay, when y is equal to a number, that's the same thing as saying all my y's are going to be the same what? Number. Okay, what about if x? If x is equal to a number, that means it's a what line? It's a vertical line, which means all my x's are going to be what? They're going to be equal. So if I gave you 4, 6, blank, 8, what would this be? 4. And this is a vertical line. So let's check it. 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. See, that's what you're supposed to see when you do the y is equal to a number and the x is equal to a number. You're supposed to see that all the x's are equal when x is equal to a number, and all the y's are equal when y is equal to a number. Question? Okay, because y'all are pretty much my favorite group, we'll look at the pretest. Look at it again.
I had a question on number 28, Hubert.
Okay, you want me to go over 28 because it hadn't showed up yet. I'm trying to look and see if, hold on a second, Woodward. There it is. It must have got lost. I found it. Number 28?
Yeah.
I don't know why it didn't show up with the other ones. Are you a Russian asset?
That might be.
Yeah, everybody else is. I'm a terrorist and a racist. Did I show y'all that?
Hey, at least you can admit it. It's the first
No,
step.
I'll show you. I'm going to show y'all why I'm a racist. Y'all didn't know this, but I'm a racist. I'll show you why. In Oregon, is it Seattle and Washington? In Washington, they are trying to outlaw mathematics. Because mathematics is what?
They're trying to stop
Are you
teenage
serious?
kids from trick-or-treating, too.
Math is racist. I got it here somewhere. I want y'all to read it, because I don't want y'all to think I am making this up. If I can find it. Yeah, he's turned 13. There it is. Seattle schools have declared math to be racist.
Seattle, Washington?
No, Seattle, Russia. So that makes me not only a terrorist now, I am now a grand dragon because I teach racism.
See.
So now I'm a terrorist and I'm a racist.
That is insane.
What?
That is insane.
Well, that's the world that we live in. Let's go to your let's go to your Facebook and make fun of you.
I wasn't making fun of you. I said Patty.
It doesn't matter. You make fun of too many people.
Watch Ben Shapiro.
I'm sure you're really liked.
Look me up. Whitney Alexander. Ain't
She
nothing
said
on
look
there
me
that-
up.
Yeah, I'm sure we could make fun of all kinds of stuff on your page. All right, now, Miss Woodward sent in this question, and it is a test question, I don't mind telling you, because y'all probably will fail. The swimmer's cost for cable television is given by, first of all, you do not write it like that. It irritates the crap out of me when they do that.
C
Rewrite it.
X plus 2X.
Good job. C is equal to 40x plus 240, because this is the y-intercept, and this is your slope, and it's positive, so that means it goes left to right, what? Up. So this line represents that equation. So instead of it being y is equal to mx plus b, they changed the y to a c and left the x alone. So the cost, that's what C stands for, where x is the number of months that you're paying for. Now, they want you to graph our line, but they want you to stay below what? 50. And that's what you just did. That's this right here. So they don't want you to do 60 or 70 or 80. Because 50 is like 50 months. Okay? So you graph it. And did you do that okay, Miss Woodward? Or do you want me to graph it?
I don't know if I grabbed, like, that's what it looked like, so I don't know if it's right or not.
Okay,
Probably
so
not.
let's.
No, it's wrong.
Well, we know that the y-intercept is what? 240. So I'm going to go to my handy-dandy grapher, and let's see if we can graph it.
That is the right answer. Mine was straight up and down.
Okay, I can't redo this one for some reason, so I'll have to, let's change it. Well, it won't let me do that part. Okay, we'll redo the question in just a minute. From the graph, estimate the swimmer's cost at 15 months. 15 is right there. So we're going to blow it up a little bit. So I'm going to take my handy-dandy line maker, and we're going to color it blue. At 15, I'm going to start right here. I'm going to go right there. And it intersects right there. Everybody see where it intersects? And that's where so what's between 800 and 960? Well, 800 and 960, that's what? 160. What's half of 160? 80. So that's 880 right there. So if I'm halfway between 800 and 880, what would y'all think it is?
840.
840. I'm impressed. My dadgum cable bill is like $300 a month. We got that right. We feel good about ourselves. All right? I'm Hubert. If the swimmer's total cost of cable is $18.40, good golly molly. Now that's their total cost.
That's that pay-per-view.
That's $8.40. So I got to go over here. I'm going to use red this time. $18.40. We took a little trip. $18.40. That's right in here somewhere. Let's check. What's the difference between $17.60 and $19.20? Well, 20, let's see, that'd be 0. 12, 6, what, 160? Somebody check my math. And what's half of 160? 80. And what's 80 plus 1760? 1840. So I'm going to take this over here. I'm going to make it level. And it's not moving for some reason. Why does it stop moving? I'm going to do it again. Dadgum Russian assets. There we go. And then I'm going to go down. Looks like to me it's going to be right at what? 40 months. So I'm going to type 40 months over here. And I feel good about myself. Yep. So let's do a nerd so I can graph it.
Here, go to mine. So I don't know the graph.
All right, so this one says, let's rewrite it. I'm not going to do yours because I don't like you. C is equal to 25x plus 150. So I know, what's my y-intercept? 150 and 25 over 1, 25 over 1 is my, and it's positive, so that means it's going left to right up. So I'm going to pull up, I don't know if I can use method 3, but I'm going to try it because it's the easiest method. I'm going to try to, there. So I'm going to take my handy dandy dot, and I'm going to put a dot at 150. So what's between 100 and 200?
50.
150. It's a miracle. So I'm going to put a dot right there. And of course it didn't write blue. I wanted it to write blue. Everybody with me? So each one of those increments is 50. Would y'all say that's correct? So vertically, each one of those hash marks is 50. So what would half of 50 be? I could also turn this into 50 over what? I could also turn that into 50 over 2, couldn't I? 1 will go into 2 how many times? 2 times 25 is what? 50. Those are both the same. But since I'm dealing with 50s, I can go up 50, but I got to go over 2. But this is what? 5? And this is 15. So it's going to be kind of hard for me to do that. So we got to go to method 1. So I can't do method 3. Method 3, I can't do. So I got to go to method 1. Now, I can't pick -2, -1. I have to pick what? 0 to what? 50. So I'm going, she said 5. 5 is a good number. We already got 1 point. So all we need is what? One more. So I'm gonna pick 3 because 2 more because if I mess up 1, it's gonna be hard to mess up 2. So let's do 5 and 10. So 25 times parentheses plus 150. 25, and you don't need a calculator, times parentheses plus 150. What's 5 quarters? $1.25.
5.
And what's $1.25 plus $1.50?
$2.25.
Or $2. Woo, boy. Ew.
$1.25 plus $1.50 is $2.75.
I corrected myself, thank you. Replay.
Yeah, I heard you replay. All right, what's 25 times, oh, this is a hard one. What's 10 quarters? 250. 250 plus $1, oh my God, we can't do that. $4. Now plot those 2 points. 5 and what? 275, 5 and 275, there's 2, there's 250, there's 275 right there. And then I'm going to pick another one, 10, that's the one we need. Why do we need that one? Because it's a clean dot. It's right on the what? Corner of 2 what? Boxes. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for a corner. Now I'm going to take my handy dandy graphing machine and I'm going to plot those 2 points. Which one? I'm going to plot my intercept first, see if I can find it. And that's why you got to use those parentheses. I hope they have them. And that's going to be a line. Okay, they're not going to let us do it. Can't do it, see? So you quit, right? No, you go to that 410. That's going to be your first point. And now we got to go find another point. Let's try 20. Since 10 gives us a point, let's see if 20 will give us a point. 20, well, if 10 times, okay, now this is critical thinking. If 10 quarters gives you 250, what would 20 quarters give you? $5. Yeah, that's right. And what's 5 plus 150? 650? Let's see if we can get a 650 in here. Can we get an even 650? Yes or no? Yes, because there's a hash mark between 6 and 700, Hubert. That's right, class. Why did it? How did I cancel? Wait a minute, let me make sure. Yeah, there we go. 20 and what? Look, see up there, now watch. When I go up 1, it'll go. There you go. And there is your line. So if you can't plot the point that you want, you have two options. One is to quit, bellyache, moan, complain, or find a point. Since 10 gives you a nice clean point, should I use 15 or 20? 20. What's the next point I should use? 30. What's the next point I should use? 40. Why? Because the 0 gives you a clean point. 5s give you an odd point. Does that help you, Miss Woodward?
Yeah.
All right, let's answer the next part. I thought it had a next part. Check. All right. The cost at 25 months of cable. 25 is right here. Right in the middle of what's between 750 and 800? What's between $7.50 and $8? $7.75, Hubert. That's right, class. No, I don't need any sound effects. 1,200. Where do I find 1,200? Here it is. Follow that line out. And I'm hitting right about the middle right there. And what is that between? 40 and 45. So what's between 40 and 45? 42.50. So it says about how many months. I'd say 43. I don't know if it's going to take it or not. Oh, they want you to plug and chug. Okay. So plug in 1,200. I'll show you how to do that. Since the graph doesn't give it to us the way we want it, 1,200 is equal to 25x plus 150. How do we get rid of 150? Take it across the river. So what's 1,200 minus 150? 1,050, Hubert. How many quarters are in $10.50? Nothing. Just use your calculator. Well, there's 40 quarters in $10, right? 42. So I said 43 because I rounded up. They rounded down. It's 42. See, sometimes the graph won't give you a good number, so you have to plug and chug based on the graph. Everybody good? There's 2 good questions to go by in your homework.
I need help, and you gonna make fun of me, but I don't care. So I'm
Did you send it?
Yeah,
Hold on.
but I'm past the graph.
Let me.
I'll just give you the points.
No, you don't gonna give me nothing.
Yeah.
Because if you give me the wrong point,
No, I got that part right.
Doesn't matter.
It's
I'm still gonna do it.
Because it's 12:10.
You want to get the problem right, or you want to skedaddle?
But I did the. Because I did it the way you.
All right. So this one says, and this will be our last one for today. C is equal to 20x plus 80. Now I'm not going to do the graph. I'm going to plug in the numbers.
Okay,
C is equal to 20x plus 80. Now I'm going to plug in some numbers. I'm going to use 10 and 20. So 10x, y, 10 and 20. 10 times 20 is $2. So $2 plus 80 cents is $2.80. 20 would be double that, which is 5 what?
I got
60. What?
I got 480.
280 times 2 is 560. 20 times 20, okay, wait a minute. You're right. 20 times 10 is 200.
20 times.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I got that wrong. 580. Okay?
580.
Did I ever do that twice?
480.
I don't know why I got 580 in my
You're
brain.
the one that would have got the graph wrong, not me.
Miss Alexander, you're never going to get married. You know that?
No.
If you do get married, Miss Alexander, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and tell you. It's going to be short. All right, so 10 will go in 280, so there's your 2 points. That's A. B. B, it's going to ask you for a number.
It's 15 months.
15 months?
Yeah.
So 15 is X. So C is equal to 20 times 15 plus 80. Well, 10 times 20 is what? 10 times 20 is 200. Add a half of that. That's 300. 380. Should be 380. Check with your calculator. And C, what do they give you for C?
I don't know, because I can't get past B.
Well, I just gave it to you.
Okay.
So what is C?
$780.
They give you for Y 20x plus 80 minus 80. 700 is 20, so it'd be 700 divided by 20 is equal to 35. So 35 should be C.
Okay.
Does that help you, Miss Woodward?
Yep.
All right. Now get the test and the homework finished. Y'all got till tonight, right?
The test is due Wednesday.
Okay, we'll get the test. Now the homework should be due tonight.
Yes.
Okay, y'all get out of here. Have a good day.
I gotta go to work. I gotta be there at 2 o'clock, so I gotta hurry.